Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out Diamonds Are Forever. This is the 1971 James Bond movie and Sean Connery is back. We had one movie break from Sean Connery with George Lazenby, I think his name was, as James Bond, and I really enjoyed his performance. The more I think about On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the more I actually like that movie, and I absolutely love the ending. And so Sean Connery coming back, very exciting, and probably very exciting for people at the time as well, because it's been 2 years I think since the James Bond movies come out at this point, and so having Sean Connery back is probably a very exciting thing. But I kind of wish that this was a George Lazenby movie just so he could kind of improve upon his James Bond, and I don't think that there's gonna be like that sad side to James Bond, you know, that sort of emotional side to James Bond that we saw with George Lazenby, you know, at the end of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. But yeah, I am really excited for Sean Connery to be back. He is definitely James Bond. I'm also curious on why he came back, because I know he wasn't really liking the James Bond role when it was You Only Live Twice, and so coming back to this movie after only one movie kind of not being James Bond, I wonder if they just paid him a lot of money or if he was kind of like, oh, I want to be James Bond one more time, like he wanted like a farewell movie or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I don't know that much about this movie. I think I know the title sequence. Well, I don't know the title sequence, but I think I know the song for the title sequence because I think this is one of the more famous of the James Bond opening sequence songs, so I'm really excited to hear it in the movie. And yeah, that's about it. I don't really know anything else. I'm assuming diamonds are going to be a big plot point, but that's about it. And before we get into the reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and we can decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so I don't really know what the color should be today, but I think I'm gonna go blue because I always associate diamonds with the color blue, and then the poster has a very blue background, so I think blue will be a good choice for the color today. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose, so thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's not talk forever and let's watch Diamonds Are Forever. I hope you enjoy my reaction to this James Bond film. My man Sean's back. Sean Connery is back as Bond. He's going to be great. I'm very... And they have the gun barrels shake. Yes, sir.
Where is Blofeld?
Where is Blofeld?
Cairo!
Dude, I love they didn't show James Bond. They're gonna reveal our Sean Connery back to us.
Ask Marie.
Ha, of course.
My name is Bond.
Ah!
James Bond.
Ah! The theaters were standing ovation for him right there.
I want the operation done tonight.
But, senor...
There's no time left.
But, Senor Blofeld, this is a most delicate procedure.
That's Blofeld? Okay. So we're getting different actors for Blofeld. Okay, that's cool. I don't mind. I just think Donald Pleasance's was the most menacing. What the heck? What is that? That looks so disgusting. Oh, imagine drowning in that. The poor guy.
Making mud pies, 007.
Yes, he is. Get wrecked, son. Oh, that would actually really hurt. Oh my god, he's a dartboard. This isn't the real Blofeld either, is it? Wow, there's a lot of goo in this movie. This should have been called James Bond Goo. Oh yeah, the Sean Connery.
Diamonds are
forever. Yeah, I do know this one.
to hurt me. I don't need love.
This might be my favorite one because of the cat.
Diamonds are.
Oh, this is actually such a jam.
Diamonds never lie to me. But when love
Oh, surely she is the girl who sang, she is the woman who sang Goldfinger, right? Diamonds are forever, baby! Woo! Forever, forever, forever diamonds, baby.
The least we can expect from you now is a little plain, solid work. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Sir Donald.
Blofeld is not dead. There's no way in heaven that he's dead.
There is no year for sherry, 007.
I was referring to the original vintage on which the sherry is based, sir.
What the heck? Oh my days.
As do the extensive amenities and social services we provide. There's a permanent staff of...
These poor workers deserve a diamond.
Ha! Ha!
That's such an elaborate way to kill someone.
Curious.
Is this guy Blofeld? Is it a bomb? Oh, snap.
And to fly.
He would have given him wings, Mr. Kid.
I like these two. Who are these two? I think that the guy on the right now is Blofeld. That is my sneaky little suspicion. But I could be dead wrong and like that tree could be Blofeld or something.
And for the government.
Well, I've always rather fancied the trip to South Africa.
You're going to Holland.
He's like, what? Is that Money, Money, Money Penny? She's on the field.
A diamond? In a ring?
Money Penny. His wife just died. Wow. Do we get a hovercraft chase in this movie, please? Is that the old lady, the teacher?
Mrs. Whistler did want some pictures of the canals for the children.
Oh man, they're killing everyone.
Peter Franks.
Come up, 3rd floor.
Is this one of the Bond girls?
Make yourself at home. I'll be out in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. She's in her underwear. She has to be.
Tiffany Case. Definitely distinctive.
I was born there.
I was about to say, isn't Tiffany a diamond company?
Could be.
I tend to notice little things like that, whether a girl is a blonde or a brunette.
Yeah, little things. No, it's like giant hair. Oh. Is that freeze spray or is that... Oh, fingerprints. Interesting.
Occupation transport consultant. It's a little cute, isn't it? I'll finish dressing.
Oh, please don't. Not on my account.
Oh my god, James. Wow, James Bond even thought of fake fingerprints. That's actually crazy how much detail is in this disguise. And he figured out that she was fingerprinting. Oh my god, he's so good. I love the little things like that. He's just kissing himself. Oh my days. James, you tried your best. He's still trying his best. Oh, he's doing his best. Oh my god, you're gonna lose your head. She's gonna help James Bond because she thinks he's Frank's. Okay. Oh my god. The action is so good already. Oh. Oh. James Bond.
God. You just killed James Bond.
Oh my god, I love how he's a legend. I love how Bond is a legend.
We've got to get those diamonds out of here and fast.
What are they?
They're the chandelier diamonds.
Would you please fasten seatbelts and no smoking until...
Oh, the zoom in. This movie's action is already better than any of the action sequences in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I'm sorry if you like the action there, but I didn't.
Death certificate, please, Mr. Franks.
Well. Felix Leiter, you.
Ah, Felix. Yes, my boy. I think for me, this movie is already a top tier James Bond movie, and we're only a little bit in. This is so dramatic. Oh, he's getting incinerated. Or the diamonds. Yeah, there you are, baby.
The arrangements have been impeccable, Mr. Slumber. So far.
Mr. Slumber kind of looks like Blofeld as well. I'm just thinking everyone's Blofeld until I actually see the reveal. But I think Blofeld is not going to look like Blofeld because of the plastic surgery thing at the start of the film. I think this guy with the blue tie is Blofeld.
Very moving.
Heartwarming, Mr. Wynn.
Glowing tribute, Mr. Kidd.
Oh my god.
You dirty double-crossing limey think those goddamn diamonds are phonies.
Wow, that was a lot of words. James Bond in a white tux, there's something about it. It's great.
I want to let you folks know you've been a lousy audience. So get lost. See you later.
Nah, his jokes weren't that funny. Like 4 out of 10 comedian. At best.
We didn't get the real diamond, so we need Tree. Alive.
Well, it's a little too late. See you later, Tree. No, I was gonna make a joke. I was gonna say tree you later, but I thought about it. I thought about saying it, and then it was too late to say it. But I guess I said it anyways.
The gentleman 4,000. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Plenty.
Plenty.
Plenty O'Toole.
Plenty O'Toole.
You handle those cubes like a monkey handles coconuts.
Thank you, Jen.
That is such a weird analogy.
Say, why don't we go someplace and have a drink?
A drink? Well, if you'd like.
I knew he's like, someplace, how about my giant room? She gonna try and kill him like everyone does? Oh!
Good evening.
Oh, the reveal, that was sick.
Hey, listen, you can't do this to me! Stop that! I've got friends in this town!
Okay. I'm glad there's a pool there.
There's a lot more to you than I had expected.
Presumably, I'm the condemned man.
He just got naked in front of her, basically.
I'll get the diamonds, you get the plane tickets.
No, the airport's too obvious. A rented car should do us fine for openers.
Okay, but how are you gonna drive to Hong Kong?
The feeling this is the beginning of a wonderful relationship.
She's just playing you to get the diamonds. And he probably knows that, of course. Ooh, that was cool. The last movie I watched with that was Batman and Robin, and I was drinking to that. So if you want to check that out, it's up on YouTube right now.
No, more like even money. Her devotion to larceny versus my incomparable charm.
It's true, he does have this charm over everyone that he meets.
I saw the whole thing. The machine's fixed. Who's she, your mother? Blow up your pants.
Oh, what an insult.
Nice place you have here. Take something off, enjoy the sun.
How did you find me?
And what the hell is my black wig doing in the pool?
An person. Sorry, I was drinking water. That's a person. This movie is actually pretty dark. This is probably the darkest James Bond movie, the most visually dark.
I find it rather difficult to hear underwater. Now, where's the stuff?
Who are you? You're not a cop, and you're not Peter Franks.
And you're not the
Fill it up, please.
Okay. It's Bert Saxby.
It's Willard White's right-hand man.
Yeah, it is.
Keep leading on that tutor, Charlie, and you're gonna get a shot in the mouth.
She's so good. We're gonna get a van car chase. He has his own parking space and everything. Is this professor? He's not like a teacher here though. This is definitely not a teaching position.
For you, I carry spares. Now you keep that on. You can't be too careful about radiation.
Absolutely. I feel much safer with this on.
See you around.
That guy seems so nice. I would be friends with him. Unless he's actually a really bad person and what they're doing here is really bad, then I wouldn't be. Do you think they need the diamonds to create something? That's why they're hoarding it?
Oh, quite enough for completion. We'll be through shortly. No problems at all.
So Mr. White is sort of leading this whatever this is, research thing.
Checking radiation shields?
They faked the moon landing! No, they didn't actually fake. They didn't fake the moon landing, guys.
There he is, behind the rock!
But I love that they're showing that they faked the moon landing here. Wait, 1971? Oh yeah, okay. The moon landing was 2 years before this. A moon rover fight! Oh, it's so cool! Wow. He's actually driving this. This is gonna be a car chase. This is an actual thing in a James Bond movie. Kind of a crazy cool shot though. Loser. You know, that's probably better for the sand, guys. Oh my god, this guy sucks. What a trash man. Oh, he's back on, okay. He's no longer trash, he's more recycling at this point. Oh my god. Bond got out of the car and just put like a brick on the accelerator or something?
Why, you dirty bastard!
Oh, come on, let's show me a cool car chase. Show me a cool car chase. That looked real. That looked like the camera was on the hood. I love it. Usually those shots have like the projections on them and they just look really fake. The Golden Nugget, what a stupid name. Ah, wait, look at this. Look at this crazy shot. Oh my god. That was smooth, Mr. Bond. That's kind of awesome. You suck. You tried to be Bond. You're not James Bond.
Lean over.
No way this is happening. Good try, good try. He's wall driving right now. That was an actual thing too. Like that someone did that. Or at least someone did that for a smaller extent than James Bond did it on film. That is crazy. That car chase was really good. Probably my favorite car chase in the series so far.
Well, that's a switch.
What's that?
The wolf being guarded by the three little pigs.
Ha! That's a good way to put it. She has some crazy fun analogies and just sayings. Also, why is there like a railing on the elevator? That's such a sexy shot though. Oh my god, that is such a Bond moment. Oh my god, just put your trust in that. Jeez. Oh my god. Perfect placement for the chair. That's a nice place. If I had a place like that, I wouldn't leave for 3 years as well. Oh, it's Blofeld. I was wrong.
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Wow. Ah, the cat. Oh, which one's the real one?
Simply to provide you with one mock heroic moment.
I don't think any of these are the real ones. I think the real one is still the guy I thought it was the real one.
Anyway, no matter. We both sound alike.
My congratulations to you both.
Use the cat. Whichever one the cat goes to is the real one. That's my play.
Edge 007, please don't get any foolish notions. That missile is not a practical weapon.
It's not. What the heck? There's the diamond one. The one with the diamonds is the real cat.
I'm tired, and there's so much left to do.
So please, go. I love their chemistry. It's like Tom and Jerry, cat and mouse sort of thing. It's almost like Joker and Batman, at least in The Dark Knight, where Joker's like, I don't want to kill you. Like, who would I be without you? You know, it's kind of like these two together. He's about to get gassed? Yeah, why would you go in the elevator? You must have known it was going to be a trap. Oh, he's going to WW. Cold storage, baby. James Bond in a tube on a crane. Oh my god, he's gonna get like crushed to death or buried alive or both. Like a zombie, he comes out. At least his air, he could live for a bit in here. He has time to figure it out. He has room to move, you know? Actually, it would be kind of a nice house. Oh, you know what? Maybe you don't have the most time. Maybe you have less time than I thought.
That was easy. Thank you very much. I was just out walking.
Imagine witnessing that.
A ridiculous contraption actually seems to work, Hugh.
Interesting.
You surpassed yourself this time. Not a bit.
But all of his contraptions work. Don't you remember the beautiful helicopter gyrocopter thing? That was the best thing he ever did.
There's been a change. Push all plans forward by 24 hours. I'm joining you immediately.
What is up with these matches, by the way? They've done like 3 close-ups to those matches at this point. What am I saying about the score? Oh, the score of this movie is phenomenal. This kind of looks like the Iron Man penthouse a little bit.
Good morning, Bambi.
Bambi.
Thumper. Is
Thumper.
there something we can do for you?
They're just the characters. Oh.
All yours, Bambi.
Bambi's coming in with the triple flip kick. Oh. Wow, if you just saw these women
You're on again,
flipping around trying to fight you, I'd be so scared. Jeez. She really worked herself up for that kick. Oh, okay. Luckily there's a pool. There's a big thing of throwing people off ledges into pools in this movie. He's so casually just keeping them under.
Still haven't found out.
This is called torture, James Bond.
Tell Maxwell to hit the penthouse.
Oh. How does this guy suck? All he had to do was aim at the door. He hit above the door. And now he's been hit in the chest. And he's falling down the slope.
I'm still only 2 steps away from the slammer if they want me there. I thought...
Is he winning every single one?
An electromagnetic RPM controller. Been aching.
Oh, get rich quick.
Well,
Wow.
well. Look what the cat...
No way, he dressed up like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I'd so dreaded the prospect of making...
This movie is ridiculous. But it's also not as ridiculous as some of the other ones I've seen. This is such a strange movie.
World's leading expert on laser refraction. A committed idealist.
Laser refraction. Okay, is he making like a giant death laser or something?
Satellite I sent down there.
Blasted off 24 minutes ago, sir.
They built a death laser, haven't they? There's no way.
Premature first stage separation.
Doesn't make sense.
Because they built a death laser, guys. Come on.
Where is it now?
Approaching North Dakota.
Oh, not North Dakota. But honestly, there were worse places to hit than North Dakota, so sorry, North Dakota. Oh, they just blew up the missile. That's a big explosion. Ooh. So he's targeting... These guys are so dead. Oh, they're also on fire. Oh.
I haven't got anything in Baja.
Destroy a major city unless they give in, but there it is. The nuclear powers, like all bullies, can only...
You know, it was nice for him not to destroy a major city unless he has to.
There it is!
Please parachute out, James Bond. Please, that'd be so cool. Ah, what did I say? Is he walking in the ball? Oh my days.
Proceed to docking level and stand by.
Yeah, he's walking in the ball.
How disappointing. I was expecting one head of state at the very least.
He's not even surprised that James Bond is still alive. Oh, that's why they kept showing the matches, because it was the tapes.
Take you on a little tour of our facilities. Your chance to see the real tape.
She's so good. She's so good.
Affected by the sight of a pretty body.
No word yet from anyone.
She's actually the best secret agent.
Well, if we destroy Kansas, the world may not hear about it for years. Perhaps.
I was literally gonna make a joke like that.
Put it back, Mr. Bond. Immediately.
Why are you letting him do this, Blofeld? Why are you letting him do this?
Hi, Ernst.
That is insane what she's wearing right now.
Come on. Your problems are all behind you now.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke. Oh, is he gonna sail on a balloon out of here? Please. Please do it.
Stop him!
Whoa, that guy was good.
I switched the tape in the machine.
You stupid twit, you put the real one back in.
Come on.
Come on, let's...
Oh no! She was trying her best, but maybe she's not the best secret agent.
This is Charlie 1 to Squadron. Charlie 1 to Squadron. Ready all guns.
Okay. Okay.
Out.
This looks so cool. Oh! Ooh!
We're showing a bit more cheek than usual, I say. If only there were brains. Destroy this mess.
You know, it'd be great if James Bond actually didn't switch them because he knew Tiffany would. Oh! Woo! It's funny because the explosions on the oil rig look amazing. The explosions on the helicopters look like a fifth grader did them.
Commence lift.
What the heck is that tadpole-looking boat? Maybe not so much tadpole, maybe like egg. Like it's an egg boat.
1 minute and counting.
You can tell this guy hates his life.
Here!
Shoot him!
Oh, she's not gonna have to. Because those guys died by breathing the air or something. And you are shooting the sky. And you fell off. Luckily there's water underneath you. Oh! Boom! Boom! That looks so good. Oh! Those look like real explosions. With real helicopters flying around. That is so epic. But the movie seems like it's going to be over soon. But where's my hoverboat? These two hooligans. This is the real Blofeld. I'm telling you, he's the real Blofeld.
About us.
Oh?
I know in a relationship...
What if she's Blofeld?
Shashlik. Tidbits.
And
Prime.
a gun. Oh, what is that? A bomb.
Our bomb supreme.
Our bomb surprise.
That's rather potent. Not the cork, your aftershave. Strong enough to bury anything.
Oh, anything.
Mouton Rothschild is a claret.
Oh, he caught you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna try and stab them with the flaming things? Why did you need to put them on fire first? Yeah. E is exactly the right way to go. Do something, lady! Ah, throw the bomb at his face. Throw the bomb overboard now, please. That was... Oh my god. That was kind of a sick move.
Well, he's certainly left with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, good kill line. Okay, so he wasn't Blofeld. I was just wrong this whole time, I guess. And that was my reaction to Diamonds Are Forever, the 1971 James Bond movie starring Sean Connery, Jill St. John, Lana Wood, Charles Gray, and Pooter Smith. I enjoyed that movie, although I know it didn't seem like it during my reaction because I was just like going, whoa, James Bond, whoa, you know, because I really like James Bond. But there were some things that I found odd about this movie, some things that I sort of disliked about this movie, and they were different things than On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And I think looking back on it, I think I kind of liked On Her Majesty's Secret Service a little bit more than this movie. I like the action in this movie better than On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and I thought the action in this movie was actually pretty good. But I mean, like, there were some other things in this movie that I just found very, very strange, which I would like to get into. And then also just like, I just thought there were other issues with this movie as well that just kind of bogged down the movie for me. But I would like to get into it with you guys. I'd like to kind of ask questions. I'd like to tell you some things that I just found out searching through Google really quickly, because I had this, like, it just felt weird. So I was kind of going through Google really quickly so I'd have a little bit of like fact, I guess, to back things up that I said. And I found some very interesting things, so I'd like to get into it. But before we get into it, let me talk about the reviews for this movie, because they are also very interesting and they kind of reflect how I'm feeling about this movie, because 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb and 64% Rotten Tomatoes is very similar between critics and audiences. It's still a very positive, I mean not very positive, but it's still a positive review count, but it is the lowest reviews of any of the movies that I've seen so far, any of the Sean Connery movies, and then the George Lazenby one as well. And critics' reviews for all of them have been 80% plus, and audiences is around like 7.2 to like an 8.1, and so 6.6 is very, very low. So it must mean that audiences really are struggling with this movie as well, and I can understand why, and I'll get into it in a second. Before I get into the rest of the review, let me just talk about the music, because I thought the music was actually amazing. I'll talk about the music and I'll talk about the action, because they were the things that I thought were the best parts of this movie. So the music in this movie I thought was great. The score was thumping like crazy throughout most of the movie. The only time the score was really not there was during the car chase, and I thought that not having the score for the car chase, like the Las Vegas car chase when he's getting chased by all the police officers, I thought that was a really, really cool thing, because it was just all this diegetic sound of the car tires screeching and stuff, and maybe some like people talking or people screaming or something, and then you get James Bond talking as well. I don't even think he talks in that car chase. He just sits there. But I thought that car chase was really good. I thought the music in that car chase, or I guess the lack of music, was really good. It really kind of put me into the car chase. But whenever the music was playing, one of my favorite moments of music is when he's entering Mr. White's house, and there's like that smooth like James Bond theme playing, but it's like a stealth version of the James Bond theme, and I thought that was a really cool rendition of the theme. I thought the music in this film in general was really, really good, and some of the music, like, I don't usually notice the music in James Bond movies, or like I'll notice it, but it's not something during the entire runtime of the movie where I'm like, oh, the music's good, and then say it a few more times in the reaction. But I felt like for this movie I did say that the music was really good a few times, and that's only happened in like You Only Live Twice, I feel like, where I've actually noticed different scores that are not the James Bond theme, and so I thought that that was really cool. And also the opening sequence, the title song, Diamonds Are Forever, such a good song. We'll be downloading it. What's her name? Shirley Bassey or something like that. She did an amazing job. I feel like she sang the Goldfinger one. The Goldfinger one is my favorite of the James Bond songs up until this point. I mean, not including the Daniel Craig ones, because I have my opinions about the Daniel Craig songs because I grew up with those ones, so those ones are kind of in a higher category, if you will. But for the Sean Connery ones, at least, I really enjoyed Goldfinger, so I think that it's the same singer, and seeing her come back for Diamonds Are Forever, and I really enjoyed Diamonds Are Forever, like the song. I thought it was a great song. It was so intense, but it was like smooth. It just really reminded me of James Bond. The action in this movie as well, I thought was really good. That car chase that I was talking about, I thought it was very well filmed. You know, the camera was not a lot of cuts. It was all in action. There weren't any, I don't think there were any like of those like rear view projection things that they did in old movies. I don't know. I don't think they're blue screens either. I think they're like actually like projections or something. I'm not sure. Like, you know, the thing, it looks really fake when people are driving in old movies. I don't think there was any of that, and if there was, then they did a really good job hiding it because I didn't notice it. I thought that the car chase in general was great. The car chase where he's in that really weird Land Rover thing, just so goofy, but also just a lot of fun seeing the cars like swerve off the road, kind of like crumble over each other, and then just this really weird looking clunky thing driving along like super slow, so for some reason nothing can catch up, and then you got like those guys on the bikes with the giant wheels. And like, I thought the chase was goofy, but I thought that the way that it was filmed was very well done. You know, you got these longer takes, you got the camera sort of mounted to the side of the buggy sometimes, and you just get to see the action unfold in front of you, see that this is actually happening with real people. And that Las Vegas car chase, you know, when his car goes on the side and he drives on the side, like, I felt like someone actually had to do that, and I know he didn't do it for that long, but that's still very impressive, and they get it in camera in like one take. I mean, maybe it took them a bunch of takes to get, but it looks like, you know, there's no cuts, you just get it in this unbroken take of the car on that side and then flipping back and then driving off, and it's just really cool to see. Also, the hand-to-hand I can't even speak. The hand-to-hand combat in this movie I thought was better than in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I wasn't a fan of the sped up frame rate kind of punching, weird cuts here or there. In this movie, it kind of went back to more of like a From Russia with Love feel, which is my favorite of the Sean Connery Bond movies so far, of any of the Bond movies that I've seen besides some in the Daniel Craig era. And the fights reminded me a little bit more of that. There was that elevator fight at the start of the movie. I think that was my favorite fight in the entire movie. I loved it. It was not a lot of cuts. Again, I like my fights, not a lot of cuts, as you can probably tell. And you just got the camera there and you get to see Sean Connery fight this random guy. And it's really interesting. You're in the elevator. It's close confines. It reminded me of the From Russia with Love fight where the guy is fighting, where James Bond is fighting Mr. Blonde. I called him Mr. Blonde, the guy in the train, you know, that train fight in the train car. It reminded me of that, just the close quarteredness, the intimacy we have with these characters. And it's not like an intimate moment, of course it's not, but like we are in there, like it's like a claustrophobic moment, I guess, and it feels like almost you're stuck in the elevator with them. And because the takes are very long, they're like 5, 6, 7 seconds long, and you actually get to see the characters punch and struggle and breathe instead of just a bunch of cuts, and it's really confusing, you don't know what's happening. It really put me in that elevator fight, and I thought that was a great fight scene. Now, some of the things that I thought were strange. The Land Rover, I thought was strange. I also think that this was probably Sean Connery's weakest performance as Bond, and I think the reason why it's his weakest performance is because I think You Only Live Twice was the last movie that he wanted to do, and I think this movie is the movie that he just got paid a lot to do, because I was reading somewhere that they wanted to Americanize James Bond, so that because On Her Majesty's Secret Service was kind of a bomb, even though it was still made a lot of money, it was a bomb for James Bond movies, and so they were like, we need to do something different. And so they were trying to hire American actors to play James Bond, but someone, like one person, was like, no, we need to hire a British actor. And so he wanted Sean Connery, and Sean Connery came back, but for a huge price tag. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it was like a record price tag at the time for an actor to be playing a character. It was like $1.25 million in 1971. That's a bucket load of money. But yeah, just because the price tag was so big, I think this was more of a paycheck movie for Sean Connery than him actually wanting to play James Bond again. And so there were definitely moments where, even though it was Sean Connery, it felt like he was almost phoning in the performance sometimes, and it felt like he wasn't putting all of his heart and soul into the character like he did in the first couple of movies. Also, Blofeld in this movie, I was honestly, I don't know, I was a little disappointed by him and his plan, and I didn't like the part where he was in the boat and James Bond was on the crane and he was like craning him around. I don't know, it was just like a very humiliating moment for Blofeld, and he's going like, to control, stop doing this, you're gonna get me killed and stuff, and it just felt like Blofeld is supposed to be this very smart man, you know, he's very intuitive, he always is like a step ahead of James Bond, and in that moment he just kind of felt like a blithering idiot. That's how I'm gonna say. He just didn't feel like Blofeld in that moment. He just felt like he didn't know what, I guess obviously he didn't know what was happening, but he just didn't feel like his character, and it felt like they were just like degrading his character almost. So I didn't really like that moment. And then Blofeld's plan I thought was very complicated for no reason at all, and it was just like a very strange plan. There was like a death laser but not a death laser, and then he's like, we're not going to destroy a city, but let's destroy Washington DC. You know, it was just like there's some really strange things with that plan as well. And then also the fact that they were talking about plastic surgery and changing Blofeld's face and stuff at the start of the movie, and I was really thinking that they were gonna have changed Blofeld's face to match someone else. You know, I thought that would have been really, really cool. But instead they just got someone to look like Blofeld, and they didn't do much of that plastic surgery thing. You know, it happened, they're talking like, which was the real one? The guy gets shot, it's over, you know, like that's it. It was disappointing because the whole movie I was like, that couldn't have been it. There was so much foreshadowing, you know, it pans across all of the faces, Blofeld talks about it, and then he's like, oh, you killed this guy and stuff, and then he kills a fake Blofeld, and it's all of these things, and I was like, it felt like it was going to get to somewhere else, and then it just didn't. And my last kind of issue with this movie is just the pacing of this movie. I thought the movie started off so well. I thought the first 15 minutes, half an hour, maybe even a little bit longer, I thought were excellent. I think it was some of my favorite James Bond that James Bond has been, to be honest with you. I really like the darkness in James Bond when he's hunting Blofeld at the start of the movie. I absolutely loved that. And then even when he's like kind of walking around, I think it was Amsterdam, right? Walking around Amsterdam, the elevator fight, he meets Tiffany for the first time. I loved all of that. I thought that was great. And then the movie just kind of stopped, and nothing really of note happened. You know, and from like the half an hour point until the end of the movie, it felt like it was just kind of dragging. And I don't really know why, I don't really know how to describe it. I just know how I was feeling during the movie. And yes, there were parts where it's like, whoa, this is so cool. There were definitely moments of like, of awesomeness in this movie, like that car chase in Vegas that I keep talking about. Some of the stuff on the oil rig at the end was really fun. But overall, it was just like, it was just felt a little boring, a little bit slow, and I have nothing against slow movies. Some, like, slow movies are great. I love a slow-paced movie, but something about this movie just felt too slow for a James Bond movie, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first 30 minutes of this movie. The first 30 minutes were incredible, and I wish that they had kept with the darker James Bond, because you know, at the end of the last one, spoiler alert if you haven't seen On Her Majesty's Secret Service, his wife dies, you know, she dies, and I love that in the first 5-10 minutes of this movie, it's James Bond hunting down Blofeld for what he did to his wife, and I thought that was so cool, and I thought the whole movie was going to be almost this revenge story, kind of Sean Connery coming back as this Bond for the last time. I thought he was going to get this like bitter character who's only out for revenge, only out for blood, and you know, James Bond isn't always out for blood, but this would be such a cool turn for his character, and then he has to try and figure himself out along the way. But it was only the first 15 minutes, 10 minutes where that happens, and then they just drop it all together. He kills Blofeld, but it's fake Blofeld, and he goes, okay, I'm good. But when he sees the real Blofeld again, wouldn't you think all that anger and frustration and hatred, wouldn't that just come back to you like this blood-curdling, I didn't actually kill you, you're still out there, you're the person who killed my wife? Wouldn't that just come out, and just you would just like start raging? Like, I know I would. And so it was very weird to me, thinking about it now, that when James Bond figured out that Blofeld was still alive, he was just like, oh, you're still alive, okay, I'm just gonna walk around, I'm gonna shoot you, but the wrong one, and then I'm just gonna walk out without a fight, really. You know, I just thought that was a little strange, but I really wish that they had continued on with this kind of more bitter James Bond. Talking about the cast now, I'll talk about Sean Connery, Jill St. John, Lana Wood, and Charles Gray. So Charles Gray is Ernest Blofeld. I thought he was probably the weakest Blofeld. I thought it was strange that he was not bald, considering the past 2 incarnations of him have been bald, and I feel like it wouldn't have been hard to cast a new bald actor. So seeing him with hair, like, fine, whatever. It's just really strange to me why they just didn't cast someone who was bald. It feels like this movie in itself was just a movie made because they needed to make another James Bond movie. But I thought Charles Gray was decent as him. I think he was the weakest incarnation of Blofeld, but like there were some fun moments with him. I liked it when they were both the duplicates and he was talking and stuff. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. He felt pretty analytical, but then by the end of the movie he kind of fell off and he was just kind of felt like your average kind of bumbling villain, if you will. Lana Wood as Plenty O'Toole, she was fine. She was only in the movie for a little bit. She was good. She got thrown off of a building and into a pool, which I thought was pretty funny. Plenty O'Toole in a pool, you know. I thought she was decent in the movie, but she didn't do that much, to be honest with you, so I don't really have that much to say. Jill St. John as Tiffany Case. Tiffany Case I thought was a fun character, but like she didn't interest me as much as the other Bond girls, you know. Like, any of the other Bond girls I feel like I would rather see in a James Bond movie than Tiffany Case. Like, I think Jill St. John did a great job with the character. I just didn't think the character was the most interesting James Bond girl, you know. I don't know. I wasn't feeling Tiffany Case. I was like, oh, bring me back like Honey Rider or Mrs. Galore or something like that, you know. Those people with like very striking personalities, and Tiffany Case just kind of, she didn't stand out, especially against Sean Connery, who stands out. He didn't stand out this much in this movie, I guess, but who stands out in general. He has a very big screen presence. You need a Bond girl to have a very big screen presence, and I just thought Tiffany Case just didn't have as much screen presence as a Bond girl probably needs to have to be a very memorable one. And last but not least is Sean Connery. I think Sean Connery is a great James Bond. I just really was kind of disappointed that he was kind of phoning in this performance in a way, or at least it felt like it. Maybe he was really trying but he was just like very tired or something for the entire production. I don't really know. I'm not Sean Connery, and I can't say for sure, but it did feel like at times he was just kind of doing this movie for a paycheck, for that big paycheck that I saw he got, which was a little disappointing, but it was still very nice to see him. And there were moments of this old James Bond, of the old Sean Connery James Bond in this movie, you know. There were some great James Bond shots when he's on the top of the elevator and he's standing there and it's just, the camera is like following him up. I just thought that was a very cool James Bond movement, and I really like him. I'm gonna miss him as James Bond. I know he does one more James Bond movie in the 80s. I feel like it's in like 5 more movies or something like that, so interesting to see if that's just another big paycheck movie or if he actually wanted to come back for that one. He'll be a lot older in that one as well, so yeah, interested to see for that one. But for the time being, this was his last movie, and I thought honestly that he kind of went out with a whimper, so I'm excited for him to get one more movie. Hopefully that one is very good. But yeah, that is my reaction and review to Diamonds Are Forever, the 1971 James Bond film. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. I was really excited for this movie, and I think this movie was still a lot of fun. I gave this movie 3 out of 5 stars, and I know I talked a lot about things that I disliked about that, or about this movie, or things that I wish could have been better in this movie, but overall I still enjoyed this movie. It's just there are so many things in it that I think if they had just done, like, improved upon these smaller things, this movie could have been a whole lot better, and that's the thing that disappoints me the most. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next James Bond reaction.